All right. Salut Facebook! Je suis de retour pour Spotlight sur Rawdon. C'est extraordinaire, c'est la 5e dans cette série de 2 semaines, dans le fond, une série de 10 entrevues. Et ça va super, on est fait la moitié déjà. Je vais juste sortir mes notes pour s'assurer que je vous dis toutes les choses que j'ai à dire pour mettre la table. C'est streamé en Facebook Live. Vous pouvez mettre les comments en dessous de cette vidéo-là, puis on va vous répondre entre-temps. C'est une vidéo qui va rester, sauf même si vous n'êtes pas ici live avec nous, vous pouvez regarder la rediffusion ou le replay, comme on dit en anglais. S'il vous plaît, pour m'aider, tu peux partager cette vidéo, mais ça m'aide moi, mais aussi les autres personnes que je fais mon petit spotlight sur Rawdon. Je suis toujours à la recherche pour du monde la semaine prochaine. Il me reste une place à faire. Après ces 2 semaines-là, ben là, ça va être, la série va être finie, mais en même temps, si vous voulez continuer, ça me fait plaisir d'en faire encore et encore et encore. L'idée, c'est de montrer l'offre à Rawdon, puis de vraiment promouvoir le talent extraordinaire que nous avons. Avant qu'on continue, juste pour vous avertir, c'est une session qui va être faite en anglais. Si vous ne parlez pas en anglais, vous êtes le bienvenu de rester, il n'y a pas de problème, mais on va le faire en anglais. Je vous avais averti. Je vais partager mon écran. Aujourd'hui, today, I have the pleasure of doing this wonderful thing with the English community of Lanaudière ECOL for short, with Michelle Eaton-Lusignan. All of her information is there. You guys can just stop the video and come back to it when you need it. And I'm going to stop sharing that. And I'm going to unmute Michelle and ask her to start her video.
I'm with you, Amber.
Ah, there you are. Woohoo! I'm very happy it's working. This is great.
Yes.
You know, tell us all about English Community of Lanaudière.
Oh, there's so much to tell, and I know I'm limited in my time, so I'm trusting Amber will cut in and ask questions or cut me off and redirect me as needed. We are a young organization. We are a nonprofit. Our head office is in Rawdon and always has been. So the organization was incorporated in 2012. In 2014, some decent funding came in, and I was lucky enough to be hired by this great young dynamic group. Amber knows us well as a founding member.
Yes,
and we have many founding members who are still sitting on our board and overseeing the activities. So what does a community organization for the English-speaking community actually do in real life? We are there for all English speakers throughout Lanaudière, and Rawdon is a big chunk of that, having a large proportion of English speakers. And what we do is what you need us to do. We're blessed to have a mission that's pretty large, and we began focusing mainly on seniors and seniors' needs, getting together, having wellness centers open, providing public health information, accompaniment, advocacy. But we don't stop at seniors. And so we've got programs in place in the schools when the schools are open. A little challenge right now. But to deliver health education and cultural activities to our youth, and to encourage as much as possible intergenerational activities.
Just cut in here. I thought it was really interesting. You said Lanaudière. Like, what do you mean? Like, if I'm in Mascouche and I want to go see you guys for something, how do I do that?
Well, right now during confinement, the easiest ways to reach us, of course, are by, through our Facebook page. We're pretty dynamic and interactive on that. But also by calling us in more of the Rawdon, Joliette, north of Lanaudière zone. If you call 421-5379. You'll fall right there on my phone, which is always beside me. And if you're in the south of the region, so Repentigny, Mascouche, Terrebonne, L'Ascension, those areas, it's 514-444-5379, and you'll reach Mathieu directly, also with his trusty cell phone always beside him. So we're there for you.
Fantastic. When you talk about activities and stuff in the south of the region, I'm sorry, my hair is just driving me crazy here. Sorry about that. It's the video thing. Is there like a place that you guys have? I mean, I know we're in confinement right now, but I mean, like when we're out of confinement and stuff, is there like a place that you have in Mascouche or Terrebonne or like Repentigny? I don't know.
We do have a satellite office in addition to our main office in Rawdon on Queen Street, which many of you have seen, wedged in between the inn and the town hall.
Because we know how to party.
Because we know how to party. Our contacts are. In Mascouche, we also know who our contacts are, and we have an office at the Chez Nous Communautaire. It's a cooperative, and we are housed with many, many, many other community organizations who can also offer services to our English-speaking community.
That's nice.
Surprisingly, because many people don't know, and that's a huge part of our role, is the advocacy, getting you the services you need, hooking you up with the organizations that have services and activities in English, and if they don't, then adapting them or accompanying them to help them serve you better. So the message is as much for our community members as for other community organizations that may meet up with an English speaker and it's like, oh no, what do I do? Well, you call us and we'll help you do it.
That's great. So if I'm an organization and I have English members and I just don't serve them because I have no idea what to do with them. If I call you, like what kind of help could you give me to be able to serve these people?
We do all kinds of things. We have many contacts for public services. So if it's a public service that you need and you're not getting, we can usually get it for you. We've got a few bulldozers on our team, and we will bulldoze through the red tape for you so you don't have to. If you're an organization, sometimes it's just translating your documentation. Sometimes you want to meet with a community member, whether virtually or in person. Extreme times, extreme measures, we are able to adapt. And we can sit and do the informal interpretation. We also know how to access professional interpretation services, because we don't necessarily recommend, if you're in a health situation, that you rely on somebody sort of translating because they have a reasonable understanding of the language. No, we'll go get you somebody who's going to make a true and clear translation that will be legally acceptable in your case.
Wow, well, that's fantastic. And in the case of like these types of things, is there like a cost that I have to do? Or, I mean, I don't know how that works.
We are funded on many levels, municipal, provincial, federal. We also are able to benefit from membership fees from our members and contribution to certain activities. However, you will never be asked to pay if you can't pay, and for most of our services, they're totally free. Wow. So anything dealing with the public sector, there will be no cost involved. That's what we're there for. That's why we're getting the government funds, is to serve you. So you don't hesitate. You call, you ask, and we find solutions. That's what we do, really. We find solutions.
Well, that's fantastic. Uh-oh, I think you froze. No, come back, Michelle. Oh, guys, you know, internet in small cities doesn't always work out. Oh, there she's back. You froze there for a second.
Well, I'll restart quickly just to say that in an uncertain employment, well, you know, the economy right now, it's all up in the air. Mm-hmm. Many young people, including my own children, are at home with their $2,000 a month from the government because they cannot work. Mm-hmm. But we had recently received some funding from the Secrétariat Jeunesse on the provincial level. And we would like to know the situation of young people, your working situation, your aspirations, what needs you have, Is it easy for you to get a job as an English speaker? Is it hard? What are your challenges? Can we help you? We've got funding for this right now, and right now we have some employees that are not able to do their usual group activities. So we're sitting there waiting for you to contact us a little bit. We're reaching out. We are there. You speak English, you live in Rawdon, you live in the Lanaudière region, you're facing health challenges, employment challenges, educational challenges. Give us a call. We have time and energy, and we get paychecks to look into these things for you. So
you're like a one-stop shop type of thing. Like you walk in and it's all there.
Or you frozen up? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I said like you're like a one-stop shop for services and help for the English community.
Yes, we are. That's what we try to be. Obviously, we can't do everything. We can't be everywhere all the time. We're not always perfect, but that's our mission. And we are there for the community. We are, again, a nonprofit. Nobody's making money outside of a salary. I mean, all the money that we receive is supposed to be sunk into our community. So call us, use us. We miss you.
So during the confinement and stuff, like, I know that you said like you can't do like your group activities per se or anything else, but have you guys thought of like other activities that you could be doing now, and what will happen post-COVID, because everything's changing, right? Nothing's going to be the same. So what's going on right now?
Post-COVID is evidently a very big challenge, not just for us, but for everybody else, because the information changes so rapidly and we don't know quite where we're going. But again, we're funded for a mission. So what are we doing right now? We're offering support to the food distribution services very actively. So people who need food baskets, who need frozen meals because they're not able to cook on their own or whatever, we're supporting the organizations that are offering this service and ensuring that it is also offered to the English-speaking community. Wow. We are contacting our senior members who are highly isolated, and even with the new, we can't even say deconfinement measures, but the new measures that are being taken, they are still going to be very isolated. So checking in with them, making sure they're okay. Some of them are very lonely. Some of them need help getting their groceries or pharmaceuticals or whatever. So making sure that they're getting what they need right now is a big part of what we're doing.
So when you talk about, sorry about that, when you said that you're supporting the local food banks and stuff, what does that mean concretely?
Concretely, it means even loaning employee time and recruiting our volunteers as well. So far, we've helped 3 organizations, one in the south, 2 in the north. 2 of those are ongoing. Actually, out of ECOL's Rawdon office itself, we have a partnership with the organization that does the frozen meal distribution from Chertsey.
Oh, the Put-Put.
The Put-Put. So we have our own Put-Put that we do in tandem with them. We have, I'm in our little activity room here that's not serving for activities, so it's serving now for food distribution. So we've got it we're set up with freezers. We can take phone orders of frozen meals and have them delivered safely, hygienically to the people who need them at a very low.
Fantastic. With a low price. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cut you off there. I'm just like, wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's been very, well, I'm not attending to that myself personally, but I know that we're sending out probably 30 frozen meals a week at this point, 30 to 40.
That's wonderful.
People who can't cook for themselves, who can't get out to the grocery, but who can afford to spend $3.25 to $4.50 for a frozen meal of extremely high nutritional quality and delicious. I buy them myself, they're so good.
When it comes, that's good. When it comes to the frozen meals, is it only for, like, I know most people, associate ECOL with seniors. So when you're saying all these different activities, which is wow, but is it only for seniors? Like if I'm a family, as an example, and I say, you know what, I'd like to do a frozen meal once a week. You know, I don't want to have to cook. I just want to do it once a week. And I've got the money because I was going to order in anyway, so I may as well just put it there. Can I do that?
You can do that. Certainly we're encouraging people like seniors and young families are big targets for this. But you can certainly do it, and the advantage is that many people are not equipped with credit cards or whatnot to order online or to order in. And our advantage maybe is that we are very low tech. We can't even take your credit cards. But we can take a check, and we're still taking cash in an envelope or a Ziploc bag or something.
It froze again. Internet today is not my friend. I'm sorry. Yeah. Come back. Oh, you're back. Sorry, my internet froze again. I don't know what's going on. It's just not working.
That's why I'm at the office, because at home the internet.
Well, other times it was perfectly fine, you know. But you know, it's really interesting. You know, I mean, yes, I'm a founding member, so I'm a little biased, you know. But I love ECOL. But I think, you know, when we first started, it was a really small concept, a really small idea that has grown into something absolutely amazing, you know. And I know the team and everything else is amazing, but the links that you've been able to make is absolutely astonishing to me. I mean, I, as an English person who grew up here, I didn't even know half the things until I was a part of it, you know.
Me neither, until I got hired. And so a lot of our Francophone organizations really do want to reach English speakers. They want to help them. They don't necessarily always have the means to do it, or they don't realize there are 14,000 approximately English speakers in the Lanaudière region. So if you're not reaching any English speakers and you're a community organization, there's a little problem. Through this crisis and even before, we've been identifying holes in services, things that don't exist for English speakers and should, because they're being funded with public funds and you are paying your taxes to receive services. So our advocacy work is very important, becoming more so right now. So when we identify a problem, even at the Rawdon level, if this is something that other English speakers across the province might be facing, we're going to share it. We're going to throw it out there. What are you doing in your region? What can we do? Can we do something on the provincial level? And just to throw it in, it's something we're doing with suicide prevention right now, because suicide prevention services, sadly, at this difficult time, are not available in English in our region of Lanaudière.
Okay. So
what else we're doing is training our staff at this time, realizing that they've got time, they're sitting at home in front of a computer. How can we train them online to deal with some of the challenges that I think we'll be seeing, not just during COVID, post-COVID as well.
Yeah, well, that, you know, it's already been 15 minutes we've been talking. I can't believe it. It just goes by so fast, you know. But that was my other thing too, was, well, what is the organization? Because I think that after COVID, you know, getting together in large groups and stuff is not going to be the same way, or people are going to be a little worried and, you know, stressed out about it. So is that something that's, you know, you guys are actively thinking about, trying to figure out, okay, how can we serve as we're supposed to be serving the best way possible after COVID?
Oh my goodness, we are working so hard on this, and across the province, other groups like ours are working very hard to see. And you all know the information changes on a daily basis. We don't know how. We have to learn. We haven't been terribly online. We're not so zoomed in as others, but we're learning, and we're all there. We're all there for you. We've got a team of 7 people in the Lanaudière region right now, and nobody has lost their jobs yet. Every single one is working to their capacity from their homes, from the office. I'm the traffic controller at the office, so this person can come in today so nobody else can, or but we will continue to do our advocacy work, to connect you with other activities and services that are happening online all over the place right now, and some of them are pretty fantastic. And developing our own things as this goes on. Certainly our ultimate wish would be to be back in physical contact with our members, to be able to give you our hugs, because this is how we do things, and we can't right now. So big virtual hug to all the English speakers who are already connected with ECOL, and to those who aren't. Join our Facebook page. We're trying to stay in touch and trying to develop some new things over the next months for you.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? I want to thank you really, really so much for taking your time to come and talk to us. And you are the first organization that we've done. And I'm hoping that we'll get more and more organizations, because for me, I think this is such an important platform and an important message that we're here for you, regardless of what's going on with COVID. So I thank you.
And I thank you, Amber. This is a beautiful initiative to highlight and put in the, you know, there are so many cool things happening just in this little town of Rawdon. Of course, we're Lanaudière large, but Rawdon is a very special community. We've got some great small businesses, and why not highlight them at this time while we're all sitting at home in front of our computers? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Thank you guys on Facebook for staying with us and watching our little videos and being there for us for the last week, because we've been doing it. And I will see you all on Monday. Next week, we have all kinds of different speakers that will be there too. So thank you so much, you guys, and have a great weekend. Bye. Okay, we're off. So are you good with that?